Hello, everyone. Kicking off this year's conference is my description of what is quality in construction. In my keynote, I will share relevant and practical strategies for redefining how to achieve quality in a construction project. You're sure to walk away with the inspiration and tools needed to create better quality construction projects from the perspective of all critical shareholders. Let me share my presentation that I have generated for this keynote. I will now share with you my screen. My keynote talk is about quality in a construction project depends on who you ask. Quality in a construction project is not complicated. Quality will be hard to achieve unless we have a definition of quality and identify components that bring quality to the construction project. Quality is different for each project participant. My target is to provide you a definition of quality and then explain why it is perceived differently by each person involved in a construction project. After this session, you will have a fairly good definition of quality and necessary information needed to produce quality in a project from a construction perspective. Quality in construction is a universal issue and is extremely important for all those involved. I would like to share and walk you through the process of defining quality and how quality can be achieved. We will identify participants who play a key role in achieving quality in construction. We will also highlight the importance of team and communication critical in achieving quality projects. We will start with the common perceptions of quality in construction, which require technical and social skills. Does empathy and goal alignment matter in predicting the quality of a construction project? I would like you to keep this proposition in the back of your mind for now, and we will revisit it. I would like to first talk about perceived quality in a construction project, followed by desires. A structural engineer may perceive quality if a project has excellent foundation that are not always visible. Architects and many others would regard appearance as an important part of quality. Users of the building would regard performance and functions as the most important aspect of quality. Engineer and owners may consider durability as the most important factor of quality. Others may say that quality, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. Let us identify the desires of all project participants, which can help with quality achievement in general terms. Unlimited budget and time in a project will enhance the project quality in many ways. Designers have their own perceptions about quality. Contractors who execute the project have a strong influence on project's quality. Owners have their own definition of quality. Governments like projects that cause least disruptions to the locality and is completed without mishaps. We also need to discuss why is quality important. Unlimited budget and time in a project will enhance the quality of project in many ways. We were talking about why is quality important? Every construction project requires investment provided from a single or multiple sources that need to be protected. The dwellers must be able to use the facility with minimum maintenance. Designers, contractors, and owners need quality for their future business growth and goodwill. So far, we have talked about the perceptions, desires, and reasons for achieving the quality. Let us look at technical aspects of quality in terms of definition. Who are responsible and how construction projects achieve quality? We shall first define the key project participants. You're right, these 5 are the key players in a construction project. In real life, each player represents a family. We will define their families also in this presentation. Let me start with the classical definition of quality established almost a century ago. Meeting established requirements is the rudimentary definition of quality in a construction project or any other type of project. This definition is based on American Society of Civil Engineers Manual of Practice 73 since 1930. The basic definition has evolved since then. A constructed project, which means stated requirements of principal participants within the local regulatory environment. Before we visit the individual perspectives of principal participants who are involved in construction project, I would like to show you a graphic which reflects different targets. We will explain later what are the differences in the targets of each principal participant. We have defined construction project quality based on the stated requirements of principal participants. The stated requirements are based on the contracts between the different parties. Codes and safety requirements of the government and individual targets of quality. I will start with the owner, targeted priorities, and the types of owners first. Owner's prime target is timely completion of a project within scheduled time. The project should achieve business and function goals. Health and safety of users is a critical target. Operability and low maintenance are other targets for the owners. There are a variety of owners, and I will share with you 2 public owners award-winning projects. Public owner. This is a picture of a Chinese cultural exhibition center in Lenzhou, China. Provides a dramatic structure, blending site and culture. Here is another slide of the same project. Another example, National Memorial for Peace and Justice, Montgomery, Alabama, USA. The project encapsulates culture and history with remarkable structure. Now look at the different type of owner categories. Each category has a slightly different perspective on quality. Targets will vary depending on the type of owner. For instance, a monarch may have fewer budget restrictions as compared to a public owner. Financial institutions will not permit a price per square feet cost for a home which is not comparable to other homes and specifications in an area. The targets of public owner are quite different from the demonstration project owners. Let's take a break. Here is an example of Candida Building for Innovative Sustainable Design at Georgia Tech, Atlanta, from my hometown. It has passive cooling ability, solar harvesting, and ability to capture rainwater for drinking purposes. Another view of the same project. Next is an example of a public and academic building, which won an award. A high-performance building with a double-skin envelope and a grand atrium space. Another sustainable building. Another example is Bosco Vertical, Milan, Italy. Vertical Forest. Sustainability Research and Development Project. It's truly a demonstration project. It does take long to design such a project from the perspective of an owner. These are different views of the same building. Look at the plans in each condo. The project is repetitive and is not difficult from a constructor's perspective. Designers target a well-defined scope, adequate fee, reasonable schedule, positive recognition, satisfied client, and recommendation for future work. Designers also like interesting work and timely decisions by the owner. Again, there are numerous designers involved with varying targets. In every project, there are 10 to 14 designers involved, and they pursue targets that may not be identical. Let us look at some examples to illustrate designer targets. First is a modular design example. Kohan Seram Central Office Building, Tehran, Iran. Modular design brick was used to create various effects. Limited material palette and limited subcontractor ability is able to achieve maximum design effect. Another view of the same, which shows those spectacular results achieved with limited materials. Here is another award-winning project which uses cultural symbols. Liang Museum, Jingsao Province, China. Landscape designers' dream come true with this project, which blends well with the surroundings. Spectacular results achieved with limited materials. This is another award-winning project which uses cultural symbols. St. Mary's, Mary X Swiss headquarters, a design based on sustainability, structural efficiency. No internal columns, maximize floor area. Another example of the same building by architect Foster and Associates. Sustainability, natural interior airflow through spiral atrium. I would like to take a pause here. Construction quality, contractor targets. Quality is achieved from a contractor's viewpoint if the drawings and specs are detailed and defect-free. This is a loaded word. Contractor needs reasonable time for project completion, risk sharing, timely decisions by owners and designers, positive recognition and recommendations for future work. Fair treatment and reasonable profit is also part of contractor's quality. Definition: shortages of roofing material recently, dry walls after Katrina, plumbing due to supply chain issues are some of the issues that we face today in the US. Rise in oil prices, for example, due to war or other reasons could put a contractor into default if the risks are not shared. Contractor family includes a lot of subcontractors. There is one more important ingredient needed to achieve quality, which is called team effect. But first, let's look at the contractor's family. We have general contractors, 15 to 40 subcontractors in each project who specialize in different fields. Each project has electrical, mechanical, concrete, formwork, carpentry, drywall, and many others depending on the type of the project. The general contractor manages the whole schedule, and each sub has their own quality targets that are unique to their trade. Let us look at some of the quality projects done by these contractors. University Hospital of Santa Fe in done by Bogota Foundation. It's a double skin envelope with innovative details. Brick hung on steel cables represents collaborative subcontractors. Another view of the same project. The exterior facade and the internal spaces are spectacular. Here is a project which is a very small project in England, wooden roof, London, England, specialty subcontractors perspective. Subcontractors millwork, interior finishing, detailing through the contractor collaboration was made possible. Another view of the same project. Expressions in timber with subcontractor expertise in millwork. Now we need to look at government or regulators' perspective. As you all know, regulators is a term that includes national, provincial, and local governments. It also includes permitting authority, zoning agency, building code, and public safety organizations, besides many others. Regulators believe quality is achieved if a project is completed according to applicable codes, without mishaps, and with minimum public complaints. Public housing in government domain is a special example that I would like to share. Innovative low-cost apartments in England with courtyard creates quality outdoor spaces at 95 Peckham Road, London, England. Another view of the same project, an example where the end user is in focus. Next, we look at the priorities of end users. End users are sometimes different from the owners. Each end user in a construction project could be different from owners like in a condominium project or apartment buildings. The end users link quality with health, safety, finishes, and easy maintenance of a constructed project. Another award-winning project from Bangladesh, the Hope Hospital project uses local landscape and natural ventilation with excellent environmental features for flood control. Here is another view of the 80-bed hospital in Bangladesh. With excellent interiors and prefabricated parts. Maggie's Center for Cancer Patients in Leeds, England, is an excellent example from an end user's and a hospital perspective. Excellent interiors with prefabricated parts and natural ventilation. Moving on, we started out with perceptions of quality, then common desires for achieving quality, followed by explaining the need for quality in a construction project. We then talked about the technical definition of quality and shared the actual targets pursued by principal participants. We will now talk about the social skills needed to achieve quality in a constructed project. Communication, both vertical is essential, and both vertical and horizontal is essential for achieving quality in a construction project. Many of the construction failures have been caused by the lack of communication through drawing board errors or lack of updated drawings. Due to the complexity of a construction project, precise and timely communication is essential for project success and quality. The process of working collaboratively with a group of people in order to achieve a target is called teamwork. Teamwork runs on the concept that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It's a classic 1 + 1 = 3 idea. US Corps of Engineers came up with partnering concept, which is a way to develop a collaborative work arrangement before and during the project. Now, quality in a construction project is achieved if it meets the requirements of principal participants within the ambit of contract and regulatory environment. Quality cannot be measured by appearance or unlimited budget. Quality cannot be achieved without open communication and collaborative work environment among the participants. We have shown that the achieving most targets of principal participants determines quality in a project. These separate arrows represent individual targets. Next, we depict a dynamic display of quality in a construction project, which practically summarizes the whole presentation. As you can see, quality in a construction project is achieved if the targeted goals of the 3 principal participants intersect for a given team and regulatory environment that has a high level of communication. When we started, we mentioned that empathy and goal alignment of principal participants directly affects quality. Empathy is responsiveness to the priorities of principal participants. Goal alignment enables team formation and communication. Goal alignment, empathy is responsiveness to the priorities of principal participants. Very essential to remember. Achievement of quality in a construction project depends on principal participants' view. In other words, who's asking? This concludes my talk, and I'll be happy to any questions that are directed to me. Thank you very much for your attention. This concludes my presentation of quality in a construction project. Who's asking?